What if Shell Soccer's guns had attachments? It would add a lot more fun and variety to the game, and would be an amazing idea. I will talk about the attachments that could be added to the first gun on the list, the Soldier/EggK-47. First, let's talk about how there could be a gunsmith/attachment system and what it would look like. In the weapon selection menu, there should be a button you can press to take you to the gunsmith, where you can choose attachments. That would look something like this. Clicking on that would take you to the gunsmith, where you can choose up to 5 attachments to start off with. Each attachment would have its pros and cons to make the weapon different and change gameplay. Some terms I will be using when talking about attachments include ADS time, which is short for the time it takes your weapon to become fully accurate when standing still. For this to work, new mechanics would need to be added, such as some attachments changing your movement speed and changing your weapon accuracy while aiming. Some attachments would increase the accuracy of your gun while aiming only, giving high zoom scopes a purpose as they can allow more accurate shots at a distance. And bloom, which is when you full auto sprays the AK-47, the accuracy is much worse. I will go over all 9 attachment categories and explain how each of them would work, starting with the muzzle attachments. First up, we've got the flash guard, balanced to be easy and forgiving, offering no drawbacks to the weapon. This would work by hiding the flash of the gun when firing, so your enemies won't see you're firing. Then you have the light suppressor, which hides the muzzle flash and reduces weapon volume. My idea is to decrease the firing sound volume by 80%. The drawbacks are you would lose bullet velocity and range. Then you have the compensator, which I believe is a good attachment, but it provides positives and negatives, whereas the positive is better handling at a distance. The heavy suppressor is an interesting attachment as it converts the weaknesses of the light suppressor into positives. But your movement speed would be reduced by 4% when using this attachment, and your weapon takes 10% longer to center to max accuracy. The second out of 9 attachment category is an interesting one and will have a lot of impact on your usage of the weapon. The short barrel is designed for close range combat, increasing your movement by 5% and time it takes to become accurate by 10%. The bloom as the weapon will be made worse, so make sure to use another attachment to reduce it, along with the bullet velocity and accuracy. The extended light barrel is a go-to for medium range gunfights, increasing the bullet velocity by 10% and a distance the bullet will travel by 25%. It also helps with medium range gunfights by reducing bloom by 30% and increasing your maximum accuracy when standing still by 15%. All of these benefits for just a 15% longer time to become fully accurate. Balancing it as an attachment used with great effectiveness in combination with other attachments counters a disadvantage. Now we have the heavy barrel, designed for long distance combat, a great attachment to counter sniper players. It increases the distance the bullet travels by 50%, bullet velocity by 25%, a massive 45% bloom reduction allowing for long distance spraying, and 25% increased max accuracy, best for long and extreme range combat. The price peg is a large 6% reduced movement speed and 25% longer time to become fully accurate. Next up we have the grip attachments. The basic grip is an attachment that gives very minor effects to your weapon. The speed grip is designed for players who want to stay on the move, increasing your accuracy while moving by 15% and reducing bloom by a small amount. It increases the time it takes to become accurate when standing still by 8% to encourage you to keep moving with this grip. The range of 4 grip is multi-purpose in that it helps you in long distance combat and one way in close range combat, which is 15% increased moving accuracy. It is a better version of the speed grip, decreasing bloom by 25% and recoil by 20% with drawbacks to mobility. The low power laser is a simple, stealthy and effective option for mobile players. The flashlight is interesting because it helps you in dark maps, providing light from your gun. To make sure it has a use in combat, it increases accuracy while aiming by 10%, but it is visible to enemies so it reduces your stealth. The high power laser increases movement accuracy by 40%, which is great for aggressive players who like to fight on the move. It is visible to enemies, however. Next we have the sight attachments, which would not be effective without increasing the accuracy of your gun while aiming. But if this attachment system was used, they would. The red dot sight would be on top of the gun with no drawbacks. The holographic sight is similar in that it provides no drawbacks, with 1.5x zoom. Both would increase aiming accuracy by 10%. The 2.5x tryhard scope would be good at medium range, increasing aiming accuracy by 20% while only reducing time to become accurate by 5%. Sniper scope increases accuracy while aiming by 40% for long distance, allowing this weapon to be used at long and extreme range with the right combination of attachments. Now we have the magazine attachments plus an attachment to change how the weapon works. 40 round extended mag, a great choice if you find yourself burning through ammunition too quickly with a slight movement speed decrease. Fast mags are an alternative option because they increase reload speed if you find yourself dying while reloading. Instead of having a hybrid mag attachment, I believe it would be better to choose between extended or fast mags to make space for more interesting attachments. The 20-1 conversion would change your weapon considerably. The positive is your max damage would be increased from 30 to 55, allowing for a 2-shot kill. The attachment would be better balanced to 55 max damage and 50, because constant health regen would often prevent a 2-shot kill. Your bullet velocity would also be boosted by 10%, allowing for an attachment such as a light suppressor. There's a big drawback is it's no longer fully auto, meaning you'll have to click to fire every time. And to nerf it more, the capacity is reduced by 10. I'd consider this a specialist attachment, as it would be effective only in some situations by a skilled player with the attachment. Now we have the handle attachment, starting off with the speed tape, which is one of those aggressive playstyle attachments. It makes your gun take 10% less time to become accurate and increases accuracy while moving by 10% with a significant increase to recoil and minor increase to bloom. Commander 4 grip is good for players who want to reduce bloom and don't have problems with recoil. Elastic grip is the opposite of the commander grip, only with more noticeable changes. It decreases recoil by 20%. Watch out for plus 15% of weapon bloom because that causes inconsistency while spraying. The steady grip is simple, reducing bloom by 20% and recoil by 15%, increasing time to become accurate by 10%, good for long distance builds. We only have 2 categories to go. Let's have our second last beam attachment, not often used with assault rifles, but it changes gameplay, so why not have it? If you want to increase the fire rate of your weapon to help match P90 users, then use a lightweight trigger. It would increase fire rate by 20%, but in turn increase bloom by 10%. This would work well with attachments, so reduce bloom allowing you to melt your enemies. A steady trigger is an option if you want to reduce bloom, even more helpful for a long distance setup, but your weapon won't fire as fast, which means there is less bloom in addition. If you are like me and have problems with the weapon sometimes firing bursts when you try to tap fires, and use a steady trigger. If you don't want either disadvantage, go for the tactical trigger, or whatever name I could decide to call it. It would increase fire rate and decrease bloom. With a new disadvantage, minus 15% accuracy while moving, meaning you will be less accurate on the move. Now onto the final attachment category, stock. The standard stock is simple, providing little advantages and little disadvantages, helping recoil and bloom in a slight way. The light stock is similar to the standard stock, that its effects are minor, but positive for aggressive players who just want a little bit extra mobility with little negative effect. The skeleton stock is better in terms of mobility, giving 4% movement and minus 15% time to become accurate. The disadvantage is recoil control, which isn't bad normally. It will get noticeably worse if you don't use an attachment to reduce it. The heavy stock will greatly reduce bloom and recoil. It also increases aiming accuracy to be useful for a long range build. A 35% bloom reduce and 20% recoil reduction will be ideal to help at a long distance. You will move slow by 4% however and take 20% longer to become fully accurate. That does it for all the attachment categories. Keep in mind the system I have used may not be perfectly balanced. First of all, there is an issue about the meta in this game that is very different in other games. The assault rifles are considered to be low tier. In all other FPS games, assault rifles are the go-to weapon that is good in almost every gunfight. To solve this, I will talk about how to nerf snipers in a later What If Cell-Stalkers Guns Had Attachments video. I believe there will be much more customization options for assault rifles and other weapons to make it more balanced. How would the attachment system be more balanced? It may be complicated to add a weapon leveling system. Instead, it would be a good idea to make attachments cost. How about 5,000 eggs to unlock each attachment? Meaning the longer you play and build up eggs, you'll have more customization options. Remember how I said you can only have 5 attachments at the start of the video? Well, how about being able to upgrade that to 8? 20,000 eggs to unlock the 6th attachment, 50,000 eggs for the 7th attachment, and 100,000 eggs for the 8th attachment. This is a good system because it is not pay to win, rather play to win. The more eggs you have, the more weapon customization you can do. How could BWD design these attachments to make them work? Well, you would need them for all guns. I will make these videos, but it will take a long time. Some weapon skins look like they already have attachments applied to them. This makes fighting weapon attachments easier because they have done similar things. For designing how these attachments would look, you just need to spike them on different parts of the gun. A tryhard scope and a sniper scope could be copied over from their respective guns. I hope this will eventually happen. I plan to make more videos of what if Cell-Stalkers guns had attachments. Let me know in the comments what weapon I should do next. If you liked this video, then give it a like, share it, and comment what weapon I should do next. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.